Hey friends, it's a Wednesday, and I want to get on here and I want to give thanks to a couple of folks for sharing some music with me and just kind of talk a little bit. I see that the VC is in effect. It always is, but certain corners of the VC, kind of crank up and down. And I see Prog and Jazzman has uploaded a needle drop. Anders in Stockholm has been in effect lately. Roger Coleman, I need to catch up. He's jumping on right away. And I love it when Stefan Schipper from Stefan78 does updates. So cool how you shared with us, Stephen, if you happen to see this, that you're dating. Of course you're not making videos, I'm dating. Of course. Fantastic. Fantastic. The other day, the last day I made a video, I had received a couple packages, and one of them was a CD by new VC member. I'm going to put some of my music on in the background here. Been listening to myself, what I'm working on quite a bit. That's something you tend to do. I don't know, something I tend to do when I'm working on stuff. Roger Coleman and Sam Bird, Indeterminate, Improvisations for Piano and Drums. Wonderful packaging. Now, we'll just start right there, that this is the way to do it. Beautiful. I didn't look to see who did all the design. I always think also, because I'm in the business, I always think, when I look at stuff like this, when people send me stuff that they've done, I think of what I'm doing immediately. It's natural, and I think about how I'd like to do something eventually with a higher grade of, I've done my covers myself and I'm doing the best I can, but, I can't afford, I don't know how to put all this sort of thing together, and I can't afford it. Anyway, the music, this is piano and drums, improvising. It's I would say impressionistic is the first word that comes to mind when I think about what is happening in picture-wise when I listen to this. I've listened to some of this twice, not the entire thing. I'm drawn to the piano playing. At times it catches, and at other times it's like not meandering so much, but it's like this is an indeterminate, like improvisation. Improvisation is exactly that. Nothing is determined, and so something may happen, something may not. And things do happen on here. Now, my other honest impression is, I wish I was playing drums on this, No offense to your friend Sam Bird, but there's several times here where I'm just thinking, man, what he's doing is distracting me as opposed to adding. And Roger, you say you appreciate my videos, so I'm going to tell you what I really think. So thank you for sharing this with me. I'd love to hear some more of your work. Again, I can tell you the sort of musician that I wouldn't mind playing with, doing some improvising with. Let me play some drums with you. Thank you. Nice. That same day, I got a final community love train package from a John McCrae. He hasn't made any videos yet, but he's very active on Facebook. Has a completely gob-stopping progressive rock collection of vinyl. He has several records that are prog rock grails for me. Some of them are reissues, but even that, I don't even see those reissues. So he sent me some records. Had told me a while back he wanted to just send me something, a token of appreciation. Sent a letter, I love the letters that people send, It's heartwarming, but also it's reaffirming, it's a big world and there's all kinds of people, and the idea that we can have complete harmony among people is, it's a dream. But it's wonderful when you hear from people who resonate with you, share that. It's a good thing. So he sent me some singles to start with, and a couple of these I already have, so we'll deal with that. I'll be dealing with that. But he sent me Steve Hackett singles, Narnia, Please Don't Touch, which actually I already have. Thank you, though. Thank you. But he sent me Every Day on single, and Lost Time in Cordoba. Steve Hackett, the guitarist from Genesis. I collect Genesis big time. And he also sent me Narnia, promo on Chrysalis from Spectral Mornings, is it? And this I did not have. Thank you, John. Didn't have the single. And this single, Kim, and How Can I? Very nice to add that to my Steve Hackett collection. This is one other single by Steve Hackett I already had, Sentimental Institution. Back with a toast. One of my favorite guitarists, Steve Hackett, very much so. And he also sent me a couple of albums. One is still sealed. It's a Rubble, number 8. I already have this, and probably going to be doing some trading with this. He has the entire box set of Rubble. I've just got a few of them. Again, John, if you happen to see this, I'll just say it again for the record. Mind-blowing. Many people have mind-blowing collections. You know, Big Star 1000 comes to mind. I haven't watched Big Star 1000 forever. I need to catch up with you, Fred, if you're still around. Chris 4127 Basket. Chris Cole, who I did get to actually see his collection. Many of you folks whose names I can't even think of now. Mind-blowing collections, but John's collection could go on. I look forward to your posts on Facebook. So he sent me a couple of record albums that I didn't have, and I have all these records out that I've been playing. Okay, here's one, and here they are. And he told me he was going to send me this one, so I knew he was sending me Homer. This is kind of a country rock, prog rock, independently produced record that came out, was this early 80s, late 70s? I knew about this album. I had never endeavored to buy it. A little on the country rock side for what I'm really looking for, but it's very good, and very, very pleased to have this. It's an original, and he said this was his old copy. He had upgraded it. Thank you again, John. The other thing he sent me, which I appreciate very much because I like Mastodon, is this. He told me the story behind this, but he sent me Leviathan on vinyl. Little crinkle on the cover there, but there's probably an inner booklet that's not with it. But the nice thing was he said he found this used and it's autographed by Troy, and love the artist who did these covers. And Doc, if you happen to see this, correct me if I'm wrong, or Mason, if you happen to see me, correct me if I'm wrong. But if I understand correctly, Dave and Derek, my friends from Atlanta, Georgia, were in high school at the same time as Troy and Brent down in Atlanta. I guess they kind of were familiar with those guys. I don't know if they were necessarily buddies, but you know. But anyway, real nice, John. Thank you. Thanks very much. Very much appreciated. To continue, I do have an update. I went ahead and bought, I got a call from Homer's because they got in something I forgot that I had special ordered. So I went ahead and bought it, although I'm a bit skint right now. Don't mind saying it because I really am. But Black Moth Super Rainbow Dandelion Gum picture disc. I really like Black Moth Super Rainbow. I also like their visual aesthetic. It really fits their music. The way they use the vocoder and the chordal approach to their music. I like it a lot. So I wanted this for my collection. I like picture discs, and it plays fine. But while I was down there, I went through the used records and found a couple. And they had used Isotope 217, Commander Mindfuck, and Designer. Isotope 217 is a side project, or it's another, not a side project, it's another outgrowth of the Chicago base of musicians that started, I believe, as Gastro del Sol, but they're better known as Tortoise now. And I had this on CD already, but I like having stuff on vinyl when I can. The other thing I grabbed, which is a reissue, but it was in the used section, only $9.99, looks virtually new. Free Jazz by Ornette Coleman. And this is in beautiful shape. It's like it's brand new. It's like somebody bought it, couldn't handle it, and took it to the store immediately. And it's a lovely, lovely reissue, including the reproduction of the old label, old style Atlantic label. And just right now, I'm not much in the mood for listening to improvised jazz, but it's something that I enjoy greatly. I've been writing a lot and tinkering with writing and trying out ideas. This music you're hearing in the background is the latest stuff I've been tinkering with. Let me turn it up for a minute. I'll show some other records that I have sitting out that I'm either talking about online or played or about to play. Le Rita Mitsuko, C'est Comme Ça. It was kind of a hit for them. Someone correct me, but I think I heard that she passed away. This young lady passed away. I was talking about my man Ryuichi Sakamoto tonight, who I just love his music, so I have some records out. Beauty, Ryuichi Sakamoto. I also have, I was showing the CD because it's autographed. I didn't meet him myself, but some folks I know in New York went to quite a few of his shows and got this signed from him. Tokyo Joe, Sakamoto with Kazumi Watanabe. Excuse me. Left-Handed Dream. Adrian Belew is on here with Robin Scott. Love Sakamoto. And then Sitting Out, because this was something else that I used to inspire some tracks that I wrote. Ostra, Sparkle, a remix. They have something new out. I have only just listened to a little bit of it online. Didn't hit me right away. I was listening to this, another vinyl community gift from Quentin Zoot in France, Anathema. This is really good. Weather Systems. This is real good. I really enjoy this. Thank you again, Quentin. And then I had this out. Oh, one more record I got from John, but Jeff Beck, Truth. I haven't played this recently. I just love the cover, so I just had it out, was talking about it. And then another record that John McCrae gave me, it's this band called Wolf People, a record called Tidings. Now, honestly, if I had heard this in a record store while I'm thumbing through, on first listen, I wouldn't have bought this. But having the opportunity to listen to it at home and let it keep going and see where they take things, it's like, yeah, I like this. Yeah. Wolf People. Many references to the past. Musically. I'll just leave it at that. I need to listen to this some more, but I wanted to give thanks for people sharing the music with me. He gave me some CDs, actually. I'm not even done here, am I? You see, thank you so much. Morayan, a new one. I've never been much of a fan. I have Morayan music. This is really good. Sounds that can't be made. And listen to about half of this, and it's quite a piece of work, and it's very, very accomplished. And they even paid attention to the words on the first song it's called Gaza. Very topical, something that's on my mind, I won't go into it. Folks that know me can imagine what I'm thinking. My heart goes out. Sonny Chirac, Ask the Ages. This is just a blazing album that really deserves to be put out on vinyl by somebody. Sonny Chirac, what a guitarist. What a voice. What a singular, dynamic voice. I had just watched Sarah's Catatonia video, and I had this before I knew who the band was, because I got it like for $1, you know, to be honest, like at a closeout sale. Homer's, they do their summer sidewalk sales, and I just load up. But Sounds of Decay by Catatonia, and Michael Ackerfeld of Opeth is the guest vocalist on this. And I listened to this all the way, you know, through. And I understand, you know, I'm not an old guard metal head. I'm an old guard hard rock metal person, but I like well-produced music, and I like what they do now better, you know. I know that, anyway, it's just me, you know. But I try to explain, you know, that's probably why, you know, their new sound appeals to me more than this. But I enjoyed this. Now, something else that was given to me by John was, it's this band Dead Man. It's called Euphoria. Now again, I just gave this a cursory listen. I gotta listen again. The first thing I noticed was the references. I hear the musical references to the past, to things like King Crimson and Soft Machine and progressive rock. I actually hear little signatures, but my first impression of what they did with it, well, I wasn't impressed. And again, I gotta be honest, okay? I appreciate gifts. You need to be able to say what you think about the content of the gift. It's not a slight of the gift. I really think it needs to be understood, because I think that, I'll get this in there. I think a lot of the fabric of social life has been corrupted and fucked up because of our insistence on appearances. You know, it's like there's many times when honesty would have served people much better, as opposed to saying the right thing or not ruffling feathers. I say that in reference to being honest about when people give me music and when I think of the music. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that I don't appreciate the gift. You know, it's like, it seems like that needs to be explained, you know, to some people. And even once you explain it, there'll be folks who don't understand that. Thankfully, there will be those that do understand it once you say it. It's like, no, this is not a diss on the gift. This is a comment on the music. I gotta listen to this again. Probably will discover what's really good about it later, but the first impression was what I said. Thanks again. And I think I've said enough there, you know. I might be on TV, you know, yeah, regarding my cousin's restaurant. I'll talk to you more about that soon.